We went backpacking on the Western Uplands Backpacking Trail in Algonquin Park over the May long weekend. This was my sister Rachel's first backcountry camping trip. Even though we're dressed identically, we are not twins. We started the hike at Rain Lake, which is a popular starting area for canoe trips as well. The parking lot was extremely busy.
It was basically full, probably close to 100 cars. This old railway we are walking on was built in 1896 by CN Rail. This railroad connected from Parry Sound to Toronto through Algonquin Park to Ottawa and then to Montreal. Railway service stopped in 1933 when a flood damaged a trestle of a bridge on Cache Lake. The 20-kilometer gravel road leading into Rain Lake was also part of the old railway.
Algonquin is a provincial park in Ontario, Canada. The park was created in 1893 and was the first provincial park in Canada. It was originally called Algonquin National Park of Ontario, but was renamed to Algonquin Provincial Park in 1913.
We took 3 days and 2 nights to hike this trail. All trails tracked our hike as 48.5 kilometers with 1,400 meters of elevation gain.
I had been to Algonquin quite a few times before, but I'd never been backpacking here, so it was cool to see the park in this way.
Last year we did this trail and we saw 3 different moose. There's lots of evidence of them along the trail.
This is the first eastern ribbon snake that we saw. Along the first stretch of the trail, we saw some different animal bones. We also saw evidence of some sort of porcupine encounter, as we noticed a ton of what looked like porcupine needles in this area.
There's lots of potential to see wildlife on this trail. The most common things you see are red squirrels and frogs. There are also 272 species of birds in Algonquin, many of which you will hear later in the video. There were quite a few purple trilliums and painted trilliums that we saw along the trail. A lot of logging took place in the early 1900s. The white and red pine were logged for domestic American and British markets. There is still some logging there today, and it is the only designated park in the province of Ontario to allow industrial logging to take place. Usually in May, there are a lot of black flies, but because this spring was warm, we encountered a lot of black flies and also mosquitoes, which usually don't happen until July. We had bug nets, which helped a lot, and we wore long sleeves most of the time.
We came up with this drinking strategy to prevent our faces from being attacked by the bugs, and as you can see, I try to close the bug net as soon as I can because I was worried the mosquitoes would get in. The bugs are especially bad when we stopped, so we tried to limit the amount of time that we were standing still, so we didn't have too many breaks. Ten 10% of Algonquin Park is water. The park contains about 2,400 lakes and 1,200 kilometers of streams and rivers. It is much more popular to go canoe tripping than backpacking.
We managed to walk down this whole wet section without getting a soaker, luckily.
Each time we've done this section, it has been really wet, so there must be a spring here. It always slows down our pace quite a bit. The bugs were particularly bad in this area with all of the standing water.
We didn't see a lot of mushrooms on this trail, but there are over 1,000 species of fungi in Algonquin.
This is the structure from an old railway bridge over Islet Lake.
This is the start of Islet Lake. There's a lot of downed logs that you cross.
A couple of the crossings felt pretty unsteady, but this one wasn't too bad.
Our water that we brought lasted until now, so we had to fill. The filter seemed to clog up very fast with leaf particles, and it was a struggle filtering water for most of this trail. The filter was just really, really slow.
This was a high section of the trail, and the views here of Islet Lake are beautiful.
The first time we came here, we camped on Islet Lake, and it's one of our favorite places to camp. Bit of a hill section here.
We were really lucky with the weather. All weekend it was warm and sunny.
Look at all these mosquitoes. During the day when there was a bit of a breeze, the mosquitoes weren't too bad, but around dusk they swarmed and we needed bug nets. We came across this little tree frog.
It's so cute.
Hi, little guy. There it goes.
There were tons of tiny little frogs and toads along the trail, so at times it was tricky to make sure you weren't going to step on any of them. They camouflaged so well, and here was one that blended in really well with more of the leaves and dirt.
Pretty much all the frogs we saw completely blended in with where they were. There's 31 species of reptiles and amphibians in Algonquin. We saw at least 8 different frog species. It's getting dark. About 2 kilometers away. We arrived at Brown Lake just as the sun was setting. We are camping here the first night.
Being in the Algonquin Backcountry is always so peaceful, with the amazing amount of wildlife you can hear.
Once we got to the campsite, we basically just quickly made dinner and then went to sleep. We arrived late and we are cooking in the dark. This is the first time setting up this tent, the Durston X-Mid. This is our normal tent, the Big Agnes Copper Spur.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what I look like in this video.
You look like a beekeeper.
Better system. Nice, looks good.
At night, there was actually quite a bit of wildlife activity in the water at Brown Lake. There were leeches, frogs, loons, and a ton of fish.
We woke up to another warm, sunny day, and we were hearing tons of birds around us. Okay, we are packing up and getting ready to start our hike for day 2. Here's the site overall and beautiful view of the water there. Just finished breakfast and now we're going to take down the tents and get on our way. Okay, Josh's tent is down and we are about to shake out ours and then pack it up. Okay, we're starting our hike day 2. We are hearing that there's even more bugs down where we're headed, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully they won't eat us. Last night we stayed in Brown 2 and now we are headed to Pincher 1. We liked the site. It was a little difficult at first to find a flat section for both our tents, but it's really a beautiful spot.
It's also basically part of the trail.
Yes.
So there isn't any privacy if that's what you're looking for.
One downside.
Yeah, the
is
trail
goes right here.
is right here. It's like the only site that is like this.
Ooh, muddy. Might be a frog or something. Could be. Oh, there's a frog. Please. My bag feels so much heavier than yesterday. Oh!
But a little bit of a mud soaker.
Off to a good start. Oh, no. Oh, you're going in. Did you get that, Josh?
Yeah.
What? Let's go this way. Let's go around. I'm going on this sucker. Yep. This is beautiful.
This beaver dam is crazy. It's like a 6-foot drop. And there's like, just like full of dirt and plants.
I've never seen anything like it.
there's a little rock here. So I did rock to little rock. Now I'm going to the ground. Okay, so we're here and we're going to Pincher Lake.
So we're going around here?
Yep. Down.
Around Turn Lake.
Oh yeah, I remember passing
Pincher
Turn Lake
Lake
before. Yeah.
And where did we start?
We
Here.
started.
Oh, where did we start?
It was Brown Lake.
Right, Brown Lake is here.
Okay, so
And then we're passing by Lady Slipper Lake,
Gervais
Lake, and Turn Lake. I will review all my stakes and I'll identify them for you.
Why are you jumping in here?
So cute.
Actually, I like it. Just eat a frog.
I've been loving all the snakes. That is so cute.
Moose tracks right through the mud. Taking a little rest. We got a breeze off this lake, so we're
Feels so good.
enjoying it. Keeps the bugs away.
Wow. See this right here? This is an aspen. You can tell because of the way it is.
We arrived at Pincher Lake, but we have to go 3 kilometers to our site.
A beaver just took down this tree, so it still has green leaves all over it.
Right as we got to our campsite, we saw some bear poo nearby. I took a quick jump in the lake to escape the bugs and cool off.
Rice noodles incoming. Putting together the sauce for our peanut noodles, soy sauce, and toasted sesame oil coming in there. And I need a fork or something because it's put together.
Look at it.
I can get it.
He says he's gonna.
I'm gonna turn it away so it won't get scared. Yeah. I'm gonna turn my light away because it.
The downside to this tent is you have to stake in like all four corners no matter what. But like your tent is like freestanding, so you can just plop it down without staking it in. Just packing up our site. We're leaving pretty early because we have 20k to go, and this site kind of sucks. The water's disgusting here.
It tastes so bad and it smells so bad.
Don't stay at Pincher Lake.
Don't stay at Pincher Lake 1 on the May 2-4 weekend unless you want to be kept up all night by tree frogs.
And attacked
tree
by
frogs, black flies, mosquitoes, and
have
people dumped like a whole trail
garbage
mix.
and food everywhere.
And the water tastes gross.
And smells disgusting, like I'm actually gonna gag thinking about it.
Yeah, the water's actually disgusting.
These are my black fly bites from holding the camera steady to get shots that black flies would bite me and take chunks out.
We're packed up. It's like 7:30 maybe. And we are leaving our site. 20k to go. Hopefully get home tonight by like 9.
There was quite a bit of up and down hiking, and we hadn't eaten yet, so we stopped at a campsite at Islet Lake to make lunch.
Slowly filtering some water. We got tired of squeezing it. Boiling some water for our lunch/breakfast.
Or just somewhere. Huh?
One notebook. And when you're packing, I just walk up.
Walking across a beaver dam.